As Vishu is nearing and Vishu is celebrated with an awesome Sadhya. So here I'm making the Sambar, the king of a Sadhya. Sambar I have taken some ladyfingers, some drumstick and some pumpkin. I have washed it. I have skinned the pumpkin and I have chopped it into small pieces. I have soaked a lemon size of tamarind in water. For that I have taken a cup of tur dal. Then the masala box, coconut, haldi, salt, hing and coconut oil. Coconut oil enhances the flavor of the sambar. Here I am cooking the dal with a chili and a cup of water in the cooker. And here I have extracted the tamarind paste and I have diluted it. Here I have kept the tamarind water to boil. Add a quarter teaspoon of haldi. Half I am adding in the tamarind paste and half I will add in the vegetables. In the kadai I have added 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. To this I will add 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds. I will roast it nicely. Adding a teaspoon of chana dal. Adding half a teaspoon of methi seeds. Chana dal can be increased as per the quantity and the consistency. Here I am putting the chilies. To this I will add the curry leaves and roast it. Now once this is nicely roasted, here the coriander leaves, coriander seeds can get roasted very easily. The chana dal has to turn to golden brown. I am adding the hing powder and a little bit of half a cup of coconut to this. Just toss it and off the flame. Cooking the dal for about 3 whistles. Here the tamarind water is getting nicely cooked. In the mixie jar I have added the coconut and the masala to be grounded into a paste by adding little water. To cook these veggies I will be sauteing it with little oil so that it enhances the flavor of the vegetables also. Adding 1 teaspoon of oil to this kadai, adding the veggies to it. Saute these veggies. Once this is sauteed, this will be nicely cooked and the aroma will be increased of the veggies also. The flavor of the veggies will be increased. This is now nicely sauteed. This is my mother's way of doing it. Now adding the vegetables to the tamarind water. I will allow this to cook in this tamarind water. I will add a little more water to this and salt to it too. Adding the water, adding the salt to it. By this you are cooking the vegetables with the tangy water also, which is important to make a sambar. Here the vegetables will absorb the tanginess and the saltiness in the tamarind paste. Here I have added little water to this coconut and the spices and I grind it into a fine paste. Here the vegetables are nicely cooked. It took about 5 minutes to cook it. Here in the mixie jar the paste is nicely rounded. Now the next process is assembling all this. Here the dal is nicely cooked, but I don't want it single dals. I want it to be whisked into a puree. Just whisk it nicely. Here, after whisking, I've got the right consistency. Whisk the dal nicely. Now I'll assemble it in a bigger pot. In a bigger pot, I have added the vegetables. Now adding the masalas grounded. Now after the masalas are added, I'm adding the dal to this. You can wash it with water, the mixie jar, and make this diluted. Give this a nice mix and cook this till it gets boiled. Adding half a cup of water to get the right consistency. It should be just pouring, should not be thick. You add more chana dal, this will become little more thick. But this is the right consistency. This will thicken after it gets cool. Here you check the salt also. In case you need a little more, you can add a little more of salt. Let's come to a boil now. So the next thing is to make the vagar for this, the tadka. Here I am adding another teaspoon of coconut oil, adding half a teaspoon of mustard seeds to it, then a quarter teaspoon of the methi seeds. As this is nicely boiling, I am getting a beautiful aroma in the kitchen. This has started fluttering, and I am adding the curry leaf, and this goes into the boiling sambar as it goes. Stir this gently so that the vagar gets mixed with the sambar, and the last step is to sprinkle some nicely chopped coriander leaves. This will enhance the whole sambar. Enjoy this with rice, with dosas, with idlis, but this is a special sambar made for Sadhya. Vishu Sadhya.